Hey guys and gals, welcome back to another episode of Haunted Gaming. This week I'll be doing a Mario creepypasta called Hotel Mario, the 13th Floor. This creepypasta begins with a player who tells us about how they are copying the files of Hotel Mario to their PC for what we assume are modding purposes. Hotel Mario is again a game on the CDI, if you didn't know. The player tells us one of the files was a level called the 13th Hotel. The player noticed that the level had a unique cutscene and proceeded to check it out. The player begins to play the game in an emulator and then tells us what the cutscene begins to look like. The cutscene begins like this. The original intro, basically it was just the original intro, except Mario was alone and there was really creepy music playing in the background. The next scene was a place where Bowser was supposed to be at, but all that could be seen was a pile of metal with Bowser's hand sticking out, bleeding. The player was scared at this point, and the next scene depicted the location where Mario and Luigi talk about a picnic, but this time there was no one there. There was a huge red mushroom that was usually there, but it was broken, and blood was everywhere, spilling out of the mushroom and all over the land. The player told that the skies were gray throughout the whole cutscene. Mario arrives at the door to the Mushroom Kingdom, and the door is covered with claw marks and blood, but Mario didn't say a thing. There was a note attached to the door, and Mario read this letter, and the camera moved up to his face. Mario had large black eyes and was speaking in a demonic language. Mario looked at Luigi, who was dead, crushed by a stack of iron, and Mario stared at him, amused, for about 8 seconds. The next scene was a condemned sign, except this time the board said, "You are condemned." The sign had claw marks and a lot of blood on and around it. The camera looked at the faceless Mario, who was wearing white and black clothes this time, and holding a bread box. The two messages blinked rapidly onto the bread box that said 13th Hotel and Help Me. The next scene was Princess Peach over a tunnel. The screen kept blinking as Peach stood on top of the tunnel, and eventually disappeared, and blood was all over the tunnel pipe and everything, all around it. The camera then shifted to Mario, and the screen had a dark red color filter to it, and Mario was once again speaking demonically. Then on the next scene, Ludwig's ruined castle appeared, and Mario popped up once again with completely pitch black eyes, except this time for a short while before this scene ended, Mario had red pupils. On the final scene, Mario appeared walking into a pitch black room, looking at the dead body of Luigi. Then the camera cut to Mario, and this time Mario was staring back at the player with his right eye popped out of place and a knife stuck into his belly. The demonic voice finally said, "Mario is done for." And then static appeared and the game froze and crashed. Well, that was pretty disturbing. But before we continue with this analysis, I want you guys to check out the video the player recorded. It's supposedly the cutscene that he described in the creepypasta, basically what I just described to you. And, the links are in the description, so check that video out. And then when you watched it, please come back so we can continue on with this video. Well, if you have or haven't watched it, no problem. Because right now I'll tell you what I think about the creepypasta and the video. Well, I usually tell people how it's fake because there's no proof, right? And now there is. So I watched this video, and it definitely looks creepy and follows the description of the creepypasta very well. Whether or not this could exist is pretty self-explanatory, though. No. Why no? Well, because if something like this existed, the developers would easily know before shipping out the game. Obviously, they have project managers that deal with this kind of stuff. Also, a lot of the animations on the video could easily be done, I guess, using proper editing tools and techniques. And finally, the final nail that seals the coffin at the end is where it all goes staticky. If you've ever played Earthbound on the SNES, then you would know the very end is Gigas is static. But despite, it being fake or debunked or whatever, it's still one of the most creepiest videos I've watched and definitely needs to be watched. It's not very often creepypastas get screenshots or videos of actual gameplay, but when they do, they really add to the creepiness and definitely make you feel like something like this could be real. And it definitely feels close to the Ben Majora's Mask creepypasta. However, again, creepypastas don't need to be real, only scary and entertaining, and Hotel Mario the 13th Floor definitely does that. So in the end, it's a great creepypasta and definitely deserves to be both read and watched. But finally, before I end this video, I want to thank you all for subscribing to our channel. Some Ordinary Gamers has hit over 2,000 subscribers, and we're growing each and every day. So thanks for all the support, and before you guys ask if I make a 2,000 subscriber special or something, I am. It's not going to be Haunted Gaming, but it's going to be called Gaming History Metal Gear. Basically, I'll be talking about the history of the Metal Gear franchise, and I'll show a little section of the video after the outro, so keep watching past the outro to get a little teaser of it. And as far as other suggestions for Haunted Gaming goes, don't worry, I'll be doing, a lot of you guys asked for Pokemon on Mount Silver, so I might be doing that, or any other suggestion you guys have meant, because remember, it's all a surprise till I upload it, so yeah, that's all I really got to say. And the Luna games on the Haunted Gaming as well too, I'll be playing through the Luna games, so be forward to look through that. So that's it. Like, comment, and subscribe if you like what you saw. This is Some Ordinary Gamers, out.